and ever. Amen. So before Reverend King, for those of you that don't know Reverend King, before he does a presentation, if I may, I would like to present a little bit of information about him. He is an ordained minister interested in making a difference in the world through uplifting teachings that provide peaceful methods that assist people in reducing and healing inner conflict. And a quote that I read of him: "Now more than ever, the world is in need of positive balance to offset fear and misunderstanding." Amen. "If the world is a little brighter because of my having been here, then I will have fulfilled my purpose." Reverend James knew at an early age that he would become a minister. He was involved in creating 3 non-denominational churches in Indiana, and in 2004 he became the minister at Unity Church of Greenville. Music and writing and playing are a passion for James. He is the author of the book, Jesus Never Said That, and he has recorded several original CDs and meditation CDs. Please join me in welcoming Reverend James.
Thank you. All right. I like that introduction. I wrote it myself. No.
You're missing your mustache and beard.
Yes. Well, it's. I shaved it off when I was on vacation a couple weeks ago, and I just had a wild thought: shave it off. I hadn't been this baby face since I was, about that long ago, since I was a teenager. So anyway, hey, it's great to be here today. It's great to see you all. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been here. What was it, last year, I think?
I think it's been longer than that.
Has it been longer than that? Okay.
That's what she tells me all the time.
So, but it's good to be here today, and it's good to share with you all. And you have a beautiful center, and loving people that care for each other, and that's what it is. You know, it's a spiritual community, spiritual connection, spiritual relationship. We're more than just a physical body, right? We're emotional body, we're mental body, and we're spirit body. And so it's important that all of those needs are met, because if they're not, then we become stale. And we start getting OLD. Right? I know that's a disease, and you don't have to have it. Because being old has nothing to do with your age and everything to do with your attitude. Say it with me, it's about attitude. Do you believe that? You must, you just said it, right? It's the way you perceive reality. It's the way you look at life. It's the way you think about things that is more important than anything else, right? And so once you get that right, then life becomes a little more juicy. Life becomes a little more light, and uplifting. And you spend more time praising people. Do you have people in your life that need to be praised? Sure you do. We all do. And you say, James, how do you know they need to be praised? Well, because they exist, right? Every one of us needs somebody to appreciate us. We need somebody to love us, to care for us, to cause us to reflect back that goodness that is within us, to help bring it out. Because so many of us, I don't know about you, but as a young man, I was very shy and did not hardly speak up in school. Okay? You wouldn't know it now. But they wrote in my senior yearbook, remember the time that Jim King spoke up in class. Right? Because it was an event. Wow. And I talked for 5 minutes. I don't even remember what I said, but I was reading some book. Believe it or not, I was reading a book on quantum physics back in that day, because quantum physics has been around for a long time. And I was studying that as a 15-year-old and just loved it, and just really felt that there was something special about quantum physics and that kind of science that went deeper than just studying the outward of everything. Jesus said, don't go by outward appearance or you'll be deceived, right? How many know that you can look at a lion and you know what the lion is thinking, right? You can look at your cat or your dog and you know what they're thinking. You can look at a human being and you have no clue what they're thinking. Isn't that the truth? What is going on inside of there, right? Because, we're most of us are pretty introverted, and so it takes a little bit to get us to get it out. And that's what we want to do, because it's already there. We're already the people we're supposed to be. We already have everything that we need. How many understand that everything belongs to you? Everything. Your life belongs to you. Do you love your life? Right? Let's say it together. I love my life. I love the way you said that. Some people say, I love my life. All right. Pass the biscuits. No, I love my life, right? If you put energy into something, it will grow and expand. It will become more and more and more. But if you don't put energy into it, say like a relationship, right? You got to put energy into it. You got to nurture it. You got to take care of it, or else it will get OLD. And how many know that in Unity we don't believe in that stuff, right? No. We believe in being fresh. Tell the person next to you, say, I'm getting fresh today. Be careful now. Be careful. You want to approach everything with the beginner's mind, right? You want to approach everything with the beginner's mind, because when you think you have it all figured out, that's when your life will begin to go downhill. Say with me, oh. Right? That's when you get OLD. Is when you stop approaching things. You remember, how many remember your first kiss? Was it good? Was it good? Was it all right? Yeah, Bob remembers, don't you? Yeah. Yeah. And, maybe we needed a little practice, I remember the first time I kissed a girl, I didn't know what I was doing. She didn't know what she was doing, but it still felt pretty good, So if you approach everything as if it was your first time, right? Approach everything with a beginner's mind. I don't understand it all, because if you think you understand it all, you haven't even started the journey yet, right? You're lost somewhere in details, Just because you can name something or label something doesn't mean you know what it is. Say it with me. Ooh, ah, oh. Right? Just because you can say that's an oak tree doesn't mean you've ever looked at an oak tree, that you've ever put your hands on the tree, that you've ever held a leaf in your hand, that you've ever watched the wind blow through and seen into the mystical state that the oak tree exists in. How many understand that everything exists in a mystical state? But most people are not aware of it. They're stuck in the outward world. You're there and I'm here. Well, guess what? We're here. If we were to just release our bodies right now, all you would see would be just waves of energy in this room, because that's what you are. You're just waving at me right now. All right? We're all just waving at each other. We're waves of energy, aren't we? And when you focus on something, that wave becomes a particle. That wave, by observing your life, by paying attention to your life, it becomes solidified into something. But it only solidifies when you observe it, when you give it attention. If you don't give something attention, what happens to it? It goes away. Right? Now, what does all this have to do with faith? Well, it's all about faith. What is faith? Well, Hebrews 11:1 says, now faith is. Say it with me, it's now. Right? Faith isn't a yesterday or tomorrow thing, it's a now thing. Now faith is the substance, the reality of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. Right? And so, how do we live in faith? Well, you have to have a definition of faith to understand what it is. Jesus said faith is like the grain of a mustard seed, one of the smallest particles. But it grows, doesn't it? It evolves, it changes. How many believe the same things you believed 20 years ago? Right? Hopefully, you're changing, evolving so that what you believed 20 minutes ago is old hat. Right? Because of this present moment. Because now faith is. Right? Now faith is. And faith grows when we what? Use it. What is faith? Faith is positive trust or trust in the positive. What is fear and doubt? It's negative trust or faith in the negative. Right? How many know that a lot of people have faith in the negative? They're trusting in the negative. Yeah, well, you know it's going to storm and it's going to blow the house down and everything's going to be in ruins and it's all going to, blah, 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 right? Yada, yada, yada. You understand? But faith says, no, wait a minute. Things can get better. Things can change. Things can grow. Things can become more than what they are now if I give it attention, if I give it appreciation. Because when you do that, you're giving value to it. And when you give value to something, the universe comes and says, hey, let me help you with that. Right? The kingdom of God is that inner dimension that we are pulling from. Right? And we're pulling out of it the love, the joy, the peace, all the intangible characteristics that feed us and that cause us to be alive and to make life worth living. I mean, who wants to just hang around just to be hanging around, Right? We're not here just to hang around. You can die and become a ghost if that's your thing, right? And just hang around, ooh, right? Or you can get into your life, you can go after your life and put yourself into it. With James, what if I fall down? What if I make a mistake? Well, guess what? You will. Right? Say it with me. It's okay to make a mistake. You know what that means when you make a mistake? That means you're alive. That means you're doing something, right? And what is faith? Faith is also confidence. Confidence in yourself. Confidence in the universe. Confidence in the Spirit, that whatever I ask when I need it, that I will receive it, that I'll have it. Isn't that how Jesus talked? Isn't that what he was talking about? Right? All the spiritual teachers talked the same way. They talked in a funny language that people didn't understand. Well, what does that mean? Well, you have to go into that mystical state in order to experience it. When you experience your faith, then it'll begin to grow and expand. But as long as you keep it inside and don't live your passion and don't live your truth, right? How many know that you have a right to anything that you believe, right? You have a right to believe whatever you want to believe. What I tell people is just don't tell me I don't have a right to have my beliefs, right? Because if we can sit down together and share and talk and you have your belief and I have mine, we can agree or we can disagree agreeably. Started to say it the other way around. right? And we can uplift each other. We can care for each other. And always, always, always look at the other person as if they are the living Christ. If an angel came into this room and sat down in the front row eating popcorn, would you say, what do you think you're doing? You can't have popcorn in here. Now that would never happen, right? Maybe it would, who knows? Because Spirit always tests us in the areas that we have faulty beliefs, right? And so you wouldn't do that with a sacred being, right? You would treat them with respect, with dignity, with honor. Isn't that true? It's the same way with the person sitting next to you. They also deserve and honor and respect because they have value. Every one of us have deep, deep inner value. See, you are a child of God. See, what does that mean? You need to ask yourself that question when you're in meditation or prayer. Say, I'm a child of God. What does that mean? That means you own it all. It all belongs to you. You inherit it all. And it's your inheritance as you claim it, as you reach out for it, as you learn how to receive it and work with it. And that's what faith is. Now, hope is good too. How many know we all need hope? Right? You know, hope is good. Hope is a good place to be sometimes when you're not in faith, be in hope. But as much as you can, use your faith to work with things in your life, and they'll get better and better and better. Do you believe that? I know a few months ago I had back in June, I had a physical situation happen. We were on vacation. You know, when you get on vacation, all the tension just leaves. And sometimes you get sick because you've been holding it all back, you know. And anyway, had to go to the hospital. And so I had this thing called AFib. Have you heard of that? And so I had never experienced it before. I didn't know what it was. And so I had this AFib. And the doctor said, well, we'll put you through a cardio version. And that will shock your heart and knock you out of AFib. And maybe you'll stay, maybe you won't. I don't know. So, okay, whatever. You're the doctor. And so it worked. It put me back in rhythm for a few days, and then I went back out. And so here I've got like these bumblebees, you know, inside my heart, you know, all the time. And I'm saying, wow, you know. And so I'm sitting, trying to meditate one day, and in my living room, all you can hear is the clock. Tick, tick, tick. And I heard the clock ticking. 60 beats per second, or 60 ticks per second, or per minute. Yeah, I'll get that right. And so I just started to imagine my heart beating 60 beats per minute. And, you know, I felt better after that. I said, oh, maybe there's something here. I got to thinking about the idea of entrainment. You know what entrainment is where you get a bunch of clocks in a room, and then they all will begin to beat in the same rhythm at the same time. So I thought, ooh, maybe there's something here. And so I got a drum, and I started boom, boom, boom. And I could feel my heart wanting to go with it, you know. And then after a while, I found some metronomes online, you know, and I listened to those. And then I actually found a heartbeat. And I played that heartbeat overnight. And you know, the very next day, I woke up and I was back in rhythm again. Isn't that amazing? I said, wow. So why don't they teach this? You know? And so that caused my faith to like, wow, you know, that's amazing. And there's so many ways that we can use. But see, we're afraid to get too mystical. We're afraid to get too into our lives. Because the truth is, what you will find and discover is that you are a spiritual being beyond this physical dimension. And the body is very suggestible. Do you know your body listens to everything you say and it believes you? Somebody says, oh, James, that just tickles me to death. You know? Yeah. So, you know, be careful what you tell your body, because your body's listening. It's waiting for a command, a conscious commandment. Body, be healed, be well, be whole, right? I love you. See, it's important to love yourself, isn't it? Because if you don't love yourself, you won't be able to love others appropriately, right? You'll always come up short. You won't be able to expect good things to happen. Well, because I don't know that I deserve it, you know. I probably deserve to die and go to hell, you know. That's what they told me in the fundamentalist church. Right? It's so uplifting, you know. And anyway, I fully and completely love and accept myself. Can we say that together? Or just repeat after me. I fully and completely love and accept myself. Let's say it one more time. I fully and completely love and accept myself. I want to invite you every day this week to say that until you start to feel it. Until you feel it touch something inside of you and awaken something inside of you. You know what that is, right? That is the Christ. That is the Spirit. And you get in touch with that. And then you begin to feel warm. Because what does love do? It makes you feel warm inside, doesn't it? Yeah. When somebody gives you a hug, you feel warm inside. And that's how you know that love is working. And when love is working, then your faith works a lot better. Because the Bible says faith works by love. Right? That's how we want to operate in our faith, is through love, through compassion, and these kinds of things. Boy, that clock is just out of rhythm back there. No, just kidding. How long do you go here? How many will give me 5 more minutes?
Oh, yes.
5, 10, 15, 20. Okay. Oh, good. You got plenty of time now. What's that? Yes, I will. So, to kind of bring all this together, there is a flow state that we can all live in, where we can move through life. You know, it's like a dance. We move from one thing to the next. You know, you dance with one partner, and some people, they have different dances that they do. Have you noticed that? And some of them are kind of like all over the place, you know. And some of them are slow, like a waltz, you know. Some of them are twisty, you know. But it's okay, right? It's their dance. And so if you want to be with them, you have to learn their dance, right? And you can dance with them for a while. Maybe not forever, but for a while. See, most relationships we have are temporary, right? Because we meet people all the time. You meet people at the drugstore, at the restaurant. You meet them out on the street. You meet them here at the church, you know. You ever have somebody come in and say, wow, this is the best church I've ever been to. I just love this church. This is going to be my home church from now on. And you never see them again. You know what I mean? We've had that happen in Greenville, you know. So, oh, this is great. New person here. They're going to love the church, you know, and get involved. And they've already signed up every clipboard, and they're ready to go, you know. Then you never see them again. How many know there was a temporary dance, right? It was whatever happened in that moment. That's what needed to happen. And then But you have to learn to let people go too, right? Let people go in your life. If you're trying to hang on to anything or anybody that's supposed to leave, what will it do? It takes up space and it keeps you from attracting what it is that you really need and want in your life. Say it with me. Oh. Right? It's like a revelation, isn't it? Let's close our eyes for a moment. Take in a good breath now. I want to invite you into the flow state. I want to invite you to dance with those people that come into your life. The ones that make you happy and the ones that make you sad. Because there's a reason that they're all there. They've all got a lesson to teach. They're all angels in disguise to share a message with you. And all you really have to do is get the message. And then when you're finished with the dance, you can move on and they can move on. And that's a good thing. And so, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Take your vitamins. Do something every day that you enjoy, that you love to do. Feed your spirit. Feed your spirit. And take a few moments every day to go within and to be at peace. You can call it meditation or you don't have to call it meditation. Just, I'm going to be still for a moment. Take a deep breath and just let it all go. And let yourself go back into that beginner's mind, that original state of wholeness and wellness and goodness and peacefulness. It's a good place to be. And so we just speak a blessing upon this congregation, upon this community. We are grateful for all that you are and all that you are becoming. In the name of the lovely Christ and the sacred. Amen. Thank you for listening.
And he's going to sing a song. And please join us for our offertory blessing. Divine love
Flowing through me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, all I receive, and all. I hear the voice of nature beating out its song. I listen to the creatures as they sing along. The music starts to flow deep inside of me, and I join in with the dance, circling the sacred tree. And I'm dancing. Yes, I'm dancing. My spirit and body are locked into one. And I'm dancing with the universe, with Mother Nature, the moon and the sun. The galaxy is swirling, you know it's dancing with the sea. The whales and the dolphins, they say, come and dance with me. So playing and laughing, till the dance is done, entering into peace and harmony as we become one. And I'm dancing, yes, I'm dancing. My spirit and body are locked into one. Yes, I'm dancing with the universe, with nature, the moon and the sun. Here's your part. You ready? La 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 la. Can you sing that? La 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 la. Oh la 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 la. Oh la 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 la. Yes, I'm dancing with you, and you're dancing with me. We're moving as one. Yes, we're dancing. Oh, we're dancing. Yes, we're dancing. All right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.